Most people know the story of Cain and Abel, but Genesis chapter 4 gives us something else, a family line. Each name has a meaning, and when placed together, some readers see a message hidden in the sequence. The story moves from Adam to Cain, the first son born to Adam and Eve. Cain's name is often connected with the idea of acquiring or bringing forth, but his story becomes marked by a different kind of legacy. When Cain's offering is not accepted while Abel's is, jealousy and anger take control. Instead of turning away from his anger, Cain allows it to grow until he murders his brother. This becomes the first major act of violence in the biblical story, and Cain is sent away from his home, becoming a wanderer separated from the place where he began. After Cain is sent away, his story continues through his descendants. The first Enoch mentioned here is Enoch, the son of Cain, not the later Enoch from the line of Seth who is described as walking with God and being taken by God. Cain's Enoch is connected to the beginning of Cain's city building. Genesis tells us that Cain built a city and named it after his son, showing a contrast in his life. The man who became a wanderer also became a founder of civilization. Through Cain's descendants we see humanity continuing to develop, creating cities, skills, and culture, while still carrying the consequences of the first act of violence. As we move further through Cain's descendants, we encounter names that are less familiar but still carry meaning. Arad, a name whose exact Hebrew meaning is debated, is sometimes associated with ideas like fugitive, or a descendant connected to wandering. Mehujael is often understood as God strikes. Methushael is commonly connected with the phrase man of God. These names form a bridge between Cain and the later generations, showing the continuation of his family line. The next major figure in Cain's line is Lamech, a descendant of Cain, not the later Lamech from the line of Seth who appears in the genealogy leading to Noah. Cain's Lamech is often associated with the meaning will humiliate, and his story reflects a generation where human pride, violence, and achievement grow together. In Genesis, this Lamech speaks of vengeance and increased violence, showing how the pattern that began with Cain continues through his descendants. Yet his family also represents the rise of human culture. His son Jabal is connected with raising livestock and living in tents, while another son, Jubal, is associated with music and instruments. The line of Cain shows a world that is becoming more advanced and creative, but still marked by the consequences of rebellion and separation from God. The final major figure in Cain's line is Tubal-Cain, the son of Lamech. His name has been interpreted by some as carrying ideas like world government or global smith, connecting his identity with both influence and craftsmanship. Genesis describes him as a worker of bronze and iron, making him a symbol of human skill and technological advancement. Tubal-Cain represents a major step in civilization, the ability to take materials from the earth and transform them into tools and weapons. When we line up the meanings of these names in sequence, something incredible appears. God, man, brought in, teaching, fugitive, God smites, man of God, will humiliate, world government. Put together, it reads, the God-man brought in a teaching. The fugitive destroyed the man. God will humiliate the world government. The God-man points to Jesus Christ, God coming in the form of man. He brought in a teaching, the gospel, the message of salvation. The fugitive who destroyed the man points to the enemy of God and humanity, Satan, working through the fallen state of mankind, who brought about the suffering and death of Christ. But death could not defeat him. Jesus, the Son of God, was resurrected. The story continues in Revelation, where God will overthrow the beast, judge the corrupt kingdoms of the earth, and establish his everlasting kingdom. The kingdoms of man rise, they boast, and they fall, but God's kingdom remains forever. This also connects back to Babel. When humanity united to build the Tower of Babel, they were attempting to create a great human kingdom apart from God. But God brought their plans to an end. The same theme appears throughout Scripture. Human governments and human pride are temporary, but the rule of God is eternal. The amazing thing is that this message appears hidden within an ancient genealogy, a line of names that at first looks like a simple family record, but when examined closely, reveals a story of God's plan, humanity's rebellion, and the coming of his kingdom.